Welcome into Touhyville for the 13th day of August, 2026. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome into the amusement park for your mind, the carnival for your cranium, the holiday for your head. I would be your host, Steve Touhy, and that's all you get today. Sorry. Cheryl is still down for the count. This summer cold, man, it got us. It got us bad. And hers is more of a cold and a headache and a little nausea just for good measure. Not good. I'm going to make sure you guys can hear me right? I think because of the cold, my ears are feeling weird. Felt like I was talking from across the room. Yeah, I woke up with it sort of Sunday. Really hit me rough on Monday and Tuesday. Yesterday, I don't know. Early on, rough. Started to get better throughout the day. But you can still hear it there. It's still in there with me. But when she woke up, she started feeling it, I think, Tuesday. Yesterday was a really rough day. And when we got up, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. When she told me that she was still feeling rough and wasn't going to be able to make it, I knew there was no way yesterday I could try to do a talk show myself with the way my throat and nose and sinuses were doing. It wouldn't have been good for me. Would have been good for you guys. No one would have enjoyed it. So I thought, you know what? We're better off taking a day yesterday, which is what we did, and just give ourselves a chance to rest and recoup a little bit so that we're all ready for good stock this weekend. Get that going. Hopefully the rain holds off. I know they're talking about a little bit of rain before 1. I think opening ceremonies are at 4 o'clock for good stock, because they have just been pounded the last couple of years. The rain has not been their friend. So hopefully all goes well. Excuse me. Still there, still lingering, still hanging out with me. It's not being nice to me, but hopefully the rain holds off on, I know I'm all over the place. Hopefully the rain holds off on Saturday, or at least gives us that window of good stock. So if we need a little rain early on, okay. It's not the greatest, but hopefully it holds off enough for us to work through. Today is National Left-Handers Day. Now, I know most of you normal right-handers wouldn't think anything of this day. I get it. Okay? You figure, what's the difference? Left-handed, right-handed. Okay. I understand what you're saying. Now, I'm lucky. I'm not ambidextrous, because that means you can do things with your left and right hand. You can do both. I can't do that. I'm a different kind of weird. Which I know a lot of you listening are going, oh, we know. We listen. We're aware. There's some things that I do with my left hand, and there's some things that I do with my right hand. So I write with my left hand. For the most part, I eat with my left hand, with the fork, goes in the left hand. Spoon. I don't usually eat with my right hand. Now that I just went to do that motion, I don't know if I ever eat with my right hand. But I throw with my right hand. If I'm going to throw a baseball or throw a football or something, I throw with my right hand. Much stronger than me throwing with my left. But if I bat or hit a golf ball, left-handed. Now, my daughter, my youngest daughter, Harley, is full-on left-handed. Everything. And the hardest thing that she has to deal with is right-handed scissors. Come on, Steve, it is a thing. It's a thing. Try today to grab a normal pair of scissors. Let's see if I can even do it right here. For those watching on video, okay? Take a normal pair of scissors, your right-handed scissors, if you will. Put them in your left hand and try to cut something. Okay, it just worked really easily. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm not crazy. I've seen it happen where it just won't cut. Maybe these are ambidextrous scissors. Right? I know they cut with right hand. Yep. And they cut with left hand. All right, I'm feeling very silly right now, but I know that I've seen it happen. I've seen a left-handed person take right-handed scissors and try to cut, and it just will not do it. It just won't cut. These might be super duper scissors. Just saying. I don't know. Anyway, it's left-handers day, so hopefully your day goes smoother for you left-handers, and things that you need to be left-handed are left-handed. You're able to do things left-handed that you want to do left-handed, and that they all go well for you. Everything goes smooth. Today is Prosecco Day, which I think is like a wine or something. Anna says, happy Thursday. Same to you, Anna. Thanks for getting up with us this morning. We appreciate it. Yeah, Prosecco is a popular sparkling wine. Not really a wine person. And National Filet Mignon Day. Now, I love my steak. I really do. I am not a filet mignon person. I don't know why. I like a little fat. I like a ribeye. I like a sirloin. T-bone. Not that there's anything wrong with a filet. Most fillets are sold in twos. So we end up buying two. So I will have one from time to time because Joel doesn't always want both of them. She prefers filet. She doesn't like the fat. So it's good. It's good steak. I'm not knocking it, but I prefer a ribeye if I was going to get anything else. So, all right, that's it. Just a few holidays we're celebrating today. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get into our poll question for the day. We'll wrap up our poll question from Tuesday since we weren't around yesterday. And then we'll just move forward with the day. We got what's happening and a bunch of silly stories. So nobody go anywhere. Thanks for getting up with me this morning.
What if fast, reliable fiber internet is already available at your home? With Jasper County REMC, checking is easy. Just visit jasperremc.com and use the interactive service map to see if fiber internet is available at your address. If it is, you'll discover internet packages designed for everything from everyday browsing to streaming, gaming, working from home, and more, all backed by the local service you know and trust. Don't wonder, check today at jasperremc.com. That's jasperremc.com.
From Indiana fields to American roads, freedom starts at the pump. At IBEC, drivers can choose from higher ethanol blends, including E85 for flex fuel vehicles. It's renewable, American-made, and supports Indiana farmers while giving drivers freedom from high fuel prices. Visit IBEC at 751 IN 114 in Rensselaer.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Having a trusted healthcare provider close to home matters because your health is about more than a single appointment. It's about caring for the whole person. Beginning September 1st, Valley Oaks Health is expanding to offer primary medical care alongside the compassionate mental health services you've come to know and trust at our Rensselaer location. We're proud to offer care for individuals and families throughout Jasper and Newton counties. Schedule your appointment today at valleyoaks.org or call 1-866-6-VALLEY. Valley Oaks Health, caring for our community, caring for you.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We had to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
You should try Fast Play from the Hoosier Lottery. It's easy to play and super fun. Unlike that time you tried paddleboarding.
Go! Fast Play does sound quick and easy. I'll take one.
Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Play responsibly.
Riders on the storm.
97.7 FM, The Q. Touhyville. 2 Touhies, no waiting.
What's up with you today?
I am stressing out.
I am really stressed out.
Relax, it's almost the weekend.
Really? What is it?
It's Friday Eve.
Thursday.
So how should we pass the time?
Let's listen to our favorite radio show.
That'll cheer you up.
Hey, everybody. You know what time it is.
Let's do a show.
That's here, right now. Showtime!
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out, doing our thing on a Thursday morning. As you can hear, I'm still a little bit under the weather. Cheryl's in even worse shape. She's down for the count. So hopefully back with us tomorrow. She's taking some meds, getting some rest. Although there's not really much you can do when you're fighting a cold. You take meds to deal with the symptoms. But there's just not much you can do. You take your vitamin C, you get rest. I know, feed a cold, starve a fever, all that stuff. But I mean, I ate a ton of chicken noodle soup. Doing a lot of hot beverages. Drank a lot of water. Drank a lot of orange juice. I go cuckoo when I start to feel sick. And I don't mean like a lunatic. I mean, I overdo it with every kind of vitamin C thing you can find. So I take emergency. I take regular vitamins. I get oranges. I drink orange juice. I just go to town. I do what I call a self sauna. I got it from my dad. I'm sure a lot of old school folks would do it, where you take a pot of water, get it really hot, put it on the table, and then you put a towel over your head. So you just steam your face. I know you can take a shower, but I think the steaming your face thing does better. It's my opinion. Anyway, so that's why I'm here on my own. Cheryl's getting some rest. Hopefully better by tomorrow. We want to make sure that we're out and good enough for good stock on Saturday. Sue and Doris and Connie jumping in this morning saying good morning. Good morning, folks. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. Portion of the show today brought to us by Steve Specialized Services. Visit Steve Specialized Services for all your bad boy mowers and tractors. They are there for you on 231 in Rensselaer. Stop by, visit with them, and find out what kind of deals they have going on those and handheld tools and all kinds of stuff. Also, got to mention our friends over at Vierks Fine Jewelry, experts in jewelry repair, design, and manufacturing, in-house goldsmithing, quality service, and efficient turnaround times. Experience the excellence at the corner of 18th and Main in Lafayette. Visit Vierks.com. All right, let's see here. I got to get into to Facebook and find our poll question from the other day. Sorry, a little behind on things today, as you would expect when there's two people doing the work. It goes by a little easier. When there's only one of me, doing what I can. But I was able to get the poll question in there today. I just got to go check out what we had going on Tuesday for our poll question. It's been a long time in my brain since that took place, so I do not remember, honestly, what our poll question was. By the way, I'm flying solo this morning. I'm really flying solo this morning. Although we got Russ handling news, which is good. But even Frank is out today. Frank is still without power. So he lives a little further north. That's why he does his sports actually from his own home office. So he has been without power since Tuesday. Came here, did the sports from the station yesterday, but I told him to go ahead and just work through his stuff at home. I mean, he hasn't had power since Tuesday. My gosh, that is not easy. So my point is that we want to have sports today coming up after the 7 o'clock news. So, so we asked the other day, when you get something new, whether you order it online or you go to the store and buy it, do you read the instructions? 65% of you are like me. You say yes. 35% say no. Tanya says yes, unless it's something that I've had before. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Like if you know how to do it, fine. But I'm saying something new, something you never had before. Do you go ahead and read the instructions? I do every time. Because I've never done it. I don't know what this is. And I always feel like I'm going to put it together wrong or leave something out. So why not? What I'm always afraid of when I'm doing it myself, and it's happened to me enough times, is why I read the instructions, is I start putting everything together, okay? And then I get to a point where something's not fitting, something's not clicking together, something's not going, and I go, let me go look at this. And then you'll find in the instructions an order of how you're supposed to do things. And that's when you usually feel like or realize, there's a reason there's an order, because once this clicks here, this goes here, this does this, and it holds it here. Instead, I've gone and put things together and went, that's why that's not going in, because this screw holds two things. I should have done that first. Now I have to take everything apart. I don't want to take everything apart. I don't like doing things twice. So I now start reading instructions. Jessica says, usually I'll at least skim them over. Sometimes I don't need to because they're simple enough that I could just put them together or operate them without extra help. However, there are a few times when, with or without with instructions, I'm hopelessly lost. Jessica, I'm with you. And that's why most of the time, my go-to is YouTube. I usually, when we get something and I have to put it together, I will usually go to YouTube and go, okay, someone show me how to put this together. And almost always, someone has done a video on how to put it together, from the smallest, simplest things to the largest, most complicated things. YouTube's got it for you. Piper says, if I'm unfamiliar with the items, yes. If it's a replacement for something I've used before, then no. Well, that makes sense. That's what I'm saying, folks. If it's something new, you never used before. James says yes to make sure I'm using it or operating it right. I'm with you, James. That's why I want to do it. All right. Now, let's get to today's poll question, okay? We'll dive more into the answers and more into this national survey. 23% of Americans say they are sad because they haven't made the most of their summer, okay? I understand. But a piece of that study also asked if you took a vacation this summer. So that's where we're going to go today with our poll question. Just a simple yes or no. Did you take a vacation this summer? Any kind of vacation. Little getaway. Overnight trip. A weekend trip. Whatever it is. Did you take any kind of summer vacation this year? Hop on our Facebook page and let us know. Did you take some kind of summer vacation today? We'll update you on the on where the poll is going a little bit later on. Going to take a break. We'll be back in just a little bit with what's happening and more.
Weather is brought to you by Rensselaer Iron and Metal.
Today, showers and thunderstorms expected throughout the day. Some storms could be severe and produce heavy rainfall. Rain should wrap up by around 2 this afternoon. Most of the showers coming between noon and 2 tonight. 20% chance of showers, cloudy the rest of the night with a low of 66. Thursday, chance of showers, thunderstorms possible after 1, cloudy the rest of the day with a high near 80. Thursday night, showers likely, mostly cloudy the rest of the night with a low of 66. Friday, 30% chance of showers before 1, partly sunny the rest of the day with a high of 81. Small chance of showers Friday night.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
When you think of Jasper County REMC, you think of reliable electric service. But did you know your trusted cooperative also provides high-speed fiber internet? That's right, one cooperative, 2 essential services. From powering your home to keeping you connected, Jasper County REMC is committed to delivering the dependable local service you know and trust. It's all backed by the same cooperative, the same local employees, and the same commitment to serving our communities. Whether you need reliable electricity or fast, dependable fiber internet, Jasper County REMC is here for you. Visit JasperREMC.com to learn more and see if fiber internet is available at your address.
George Aid Memorial Healthcare in Brooke, Indiana offers a spectrum of personalized services. Whether it's short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, each resident experiences a tailored approach to their healthcare needs and well-being. Residents engage in community activities, including delightful trips, and can also take advantage of convenient transportation services. George Aid is more than just for the elderly. They have workplace injury, outpatient rehab and therapy services that ensure every individual's needs are met with with expertise and compassion. Visit georgeaid.org or call them at 219-275-2531. George Aid Memorial Healthcare. We care for you in a quiet country setting.
McDonald's now has 2 big deals on 2 big meals ready whenever the hunger hits. On your morning commute, fuel up with a sausage McMuffin with egg meal complete with hash browns and a small hot coffee, just $5. For lunch or dinner, score a classic Big Mac meal with crispy, world-famous fries and a soft drink, all for just $8. Hearty, satisfying, and oh so delicious. Now whenever hunger strikes, strike back with 2 big deals on 2 big meals at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Promotional pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
When it's time for harvest, you have days, not weeks, to get your grain out of the field and safely stored. That's why Chester Agricultural Systems and Brock Grain Storage Bins are built to deliver day-to-day reliability and long-lasting durability to protect your crop and your investment. Smart recommendations, reliable service, and trusted relationships. It's what being a Brock dealer is all about. At Chester Ag Systems in North Judson, their support is as strong as their steel, doing whatever it takes to protect your crop and keep your farming operation working without problems. Brock Solid means your grain storage, handling, conditioning, and structures will stand up to the challenge. And Chester Ag Systems is always here to help you grow. Call 574-896-5600. That's 574-896-5600 or visit chesterinc.com.
After 39 years of serving the Rensselaer community, Fred at Kem's Hardware and Lumber has decided to retire, and that means it's your chance to save big. Stop by Kem's Hardware and Lumber on College Avenue in Rensselaer during the retirement liquidation closing sale. This is it. Don't wait. Save 75% throughout the store. That's right. Save 75% at Kem's Hardware and Lumber on College Avenue. This is your last chance. Closing soon. Kem's Hardware and Lumber on College Avenue. It's the closing liquidation retirement sale. Save 75% right now. Some exceptions apply.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies. That's a lot of Touhy.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we start our daily broadcast.
I want to be a DJ.
You do?
Woo!
I'm just joking around. Would you sell your sense of humor?
All right. So, okay, no, that's the radio.
Good morning.
Oh, no, it isn't.
I said morning.
This attitude of yours.
That's what happens on a Thursday.
I thought it might be nice to start the show with a special message. You are very special.
It's showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out. I was about to say Steve and Cheryl. That's why I sounded so weird saying my own name. I'm by myself today because Cheryl's out sick. By the way, I'm also dealing with some technical difficulties. I'm aware that the forecast from yesterday played, so I apologize. Let me give you guys an idea of what's going on out there. We got some fog until 9 o'clock today, and then we're expecting some showers after 2 o'clock today. Okay, so I apologize that I know the forecast still gets into Thursday for you, but yeah, I'm dealing with some technical issues that I'm trying to figure out. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to figure out technical issues during the commercial break while I'm here by myself. I'm dealing with it in 3 different radio stations every so often, like 5-6 days a week. It catches up with me that we have only a few people running all 3 radio stations here. So we are literally what they call a small market radio station. So, but we enjoy it. We're doing it each and every day. And sometimes it just means, hey, we just got to take a little bit and get it all figured out. So That's what we're doing. Portions of the show today brought to us by our friends over at AutoWorks. Full service automotive repair, maintenance. Talk about doing it all yourself. I mean, they got a small staff over there at AutoWorks, and they get it done. They get it done pleasantly. They work hard. Eli does an amazing job out there. April, just wonderful to talk to when you call. It's her smiling face that's going to answer the phone. Call AutoWorks today, 219-866-5500. Also, got to mention our friends over at the 82nd National Sweet Corn Festival going on Labor Day weekend, but starting on Thursday. Excuse me. Sorry. The cold's still hanging onto my throat a little bit. So rather than clear my throat in your ears, I thought I would take a pause. Nonetheless, let's see what we got going on. From September 3rd through that Monday, they have so many good things going on. It's all put on by the Hoopston JCs. So the 82nd Annual Sweet Corn Festival in Hoopston, Illinois, it's going on Thursday, September 3rd through Monday, September 7th, with, of course, all kinds of fun activities. So we'll go through more of them as we get closer to that. But go and look for Sweet Corn Festival in Hoopston, Illinois on Facebook to give you a better idea of what they have going on there. So you can go and check it out and have a good time. All right, let's see what's happening, shall we?
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
The U.S. is testing a giant space mirror that reflects sunlight to the Earth. Apparently, it was previously used at Charlie Sheen's house just for parties and such. That makes sense. New Orleans will use AI to answer 911 calls. Sure. That sounds like it would go just swimmingly. No problem there. That'll probably work out just great. Hello. Thanks for calling 911. How can I help you? I'm being attacked. Okay, I understand. You would like a snack. No, I'm under attack. Okay. You're getting flack. No, please let me speak to a human. Okay, but before I get you to a human, I need to know exactly what your emergency is. There's a man stabbing me. Okay, you can't find your keys. I don't think that's going to go well. Just saying, based on the AI answering machines that I've dealt with. Steve's not an answering machine. It's an AI robot thing. I know. I get it. The AI that's answered when I've called places doesn't seem to have things together. I'm just saying. More and more economists are suggesting the U.S. is headed for a financial crisis. Yeah, but we have a really cool ballroom. That'll be nice. Listen, if the financial situation in the U.S. gets too bad, we can always just sell all the gold in the White House. We'll be fine. Thankfully for me, I still have all my Beanie Babies, so maybe that'll turn things around. Sell those on eBay. That's over? Oh, all right. Gen Z is being credited with helping to revive the movie theater. Of course, they can't tell you what movie they saw because they were on their phones the whole time they were at the movies. But still, they're going. They're going. That's a good thing. And lastly, Buffalo Bills fans are not happy with their new stadium. Nope. Apparently, they're pretty upset about the spot where the Super Bowl rings would, or the Super Bowl banners would go. It's not really. Maybe that's where they should have put those unobstructed seats. Just saying. Yeah. The Buffalo Bills built a brand new stadium, and apparently, there's a lot of what do you call it? Obstructed view seats in the stadium, which I have to be honest, it's hard enough to watch football in a stadium. It's fine. It's okay. I really prefer watching it at home for football. Baseball, probably for me, the best at a stadium out of all the sports to see in a stadium. Basketball. Hockey, I had a really hard time with. I couldn't follow the puck. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where things were happening. I was lost. And football, I like it. It's fun, but it depends on a lot of things. One, the weather. I can't go watch a football game in the middle of winter, 3 degrees outside. It is not enjoyable to me. For me. I know a lot of folks are like, I'm going to get all bundled up and I'm going to go and tackle this weather, pun intended. But not me. Yeah, I like preseason football because it's nice out. I like seeing what's going on, seeing the whole field. I really enjoy football. Football has probably overtaken baseball as my favorite sport. For most of my life, baseball was my favorite sport to watch, follow. There were a lot of seasons where I would watch every single Cubs game. It was a rarity that I'd miss one. And then I started getting more and more back to the way I was as a kid, where I liked both the Cubs and the Sox. I started flipping back and forth and watching both games. And now I've watched 2 Cubs games this season, opening day and the one that I went to. White Sox, I've watched 4 or 5 games maybe. I listened to them on the radio. We have my 98 Gold. I do that usually while I'm driving around doing different things here at work, or I'm here at the studio or at the station and we've got them on. So I'll hear a lot of the games that way. But for the most part, yeah, I've kind of fallen away from baseball. I like it. I enjoy it. I just don't follow the way that I used to. Football, though, I'm there in front of the TV every Sunday or Monday, for that matter, if Bears are on Monday. This year, the Bears play on Thanksgiving and on Christmas Day. By the way, supposedly the Bears are having a press conference today. Let me see if it says what they're doing. McCaskey's supposed to speak today. Something. Thought I saw something was going on with the Bears today. Let me see. Chicago Bears news. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. Since we don't have Frank with sports, Frank, who lives up north, is still without power. An announcement expected today at Hallis Hall on the Bears' move to Northwest Indiana. Oh, they say it could be nothing. It could be exciting. We don't know what it is. So they're not putting out any pre-stuff about it. Today's announcement is slated to come as part of a press conference during the team's training camp. Bears CEO Kevin Warren and owner George McCaskey are expected to take questions. Today's update would be the first made on the matter directly by the team since June 5th, when they put out a statement from Warren and McCaskey, revealed the Bears board of directors had voted to advance its stadium development project in Hammond. Okay. So it just says they're gonna talk at training camp. All right, but we don't know if it's gonna be any kind of big announcement or anything. Listen, I'll be happy if the Bears come to Hammond. I think it'll be cool. I think it would make for an easier, more enjoyable experience. For one, for the Bears to have a dome. Again, I just talked about one of the things that keeps me from the games is the weather. So I would love that. Two, going into downtown Chicago with the way they have the parking set up and everything is really a hassle. You almost always have to park way far away. So I like that. I like the idea of a better parking situation. That's also, I have to be honest, I know we're here in Indiana. That's also why I like the idea of it being in Arlington Heights. Same reasons. Further drive, yes. So I do think it'd be really cool if they go to Hammond. We'll see. See what they decide. I don't know that we're going to know anything more after today. I don't think they're going to get up there and make some definite proclamation. That said, how long are they going to drag this out? It's got to come soon, right? I would think. Anyway, all right, let's move on with the day. Universal Studios Hollywood is adding a sound barrier on its newest roller coaster. Okay. They have a roller coaster called Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. They say it's too loud for area neighborhoods. Sounds like people are constantly screaming bloody murder. Let's see if we've got sound from this.
Every 30, 40 seconds, you just kept hearing screams, and it's like, this is going to be our new sound in the neighborhood all day long. Very peaceful, you know? So that roller coaster it's a game changer.
5 minutes you hear, ah, and you're like, is this really happening? I'm sitting here at my desk doing work, and there's like this crazy roller coaster sound.
So, is Universal Studios Hollywood like in a neighborhood? Because I know this made me think of at was it Disney Hollywood Studios? The one in Florida. I think it's Disney Hollywood Studios it's called. They have a ride called Tower of Terror. And they pump out screaming sounds from it. It's kind of like this. But you hear it almost all over the park. It's a draw to the roller coaster. Makes it seem as though the people on the ride are screaming. Like it's so scary, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to find what it looks like around the Universal Studios. Because that seems really weird to me. That it'll be right in a neighborhood, right? I'm looking at a map. I'm trying to get like real detailed in, almost like the Google map. What do you call it? Google satellite. So you're telling me that there's a ride because it screams and everything, people around there can hear it? That seems crazy to me. Maybe I'm a little nuts. I don't know. Universal Hollywood Studios is set to install 2 additional sound barriers around its new outdoor coaster following noise complaints from nearby residents. One of whom described rider screams as sounding like bloody murder. Oh, this is the people screaming. Okay, so it's not like they have pumped in sound. The theme park's attraction Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift features rotating vehicles moving at speeds up to 72 miles an hour, which has brought intense reactions from people living in the adjacent Toluca Lake neighborhood. The ride is currently undergoing technical rehearsals. Oh, so it hasn't even been opened yet. Wow. A Los Angeles City Councilman announced the park's update on social media Monday. The statement indicated that recent coaster testing met official county sound requirements, but the park elected to add extra barriers to further reduce noise levels. The councilman said, "We heard you." Pun intended, probably. Universal will start installing 2 additional sound barriers to address noise concerns. That's wild. I wouldn't think of most amusement parks being in a neighborhood. Like, just from the standpoint of the land they have, the parking lot, everything else, you would think it would be further and further and further away from any kind of noise of anything. Seems like it would just be so far away that you'd never hear it. That would be my guess. So, all right. We're going to take a break here in just a little bit. We got no Frank with sports today. So that was our big sports news, was the whole Bears are going to have take questions today. So we'll find out more. Unfortunately, Frank is without power. He has no power to do the sports. So we do have, if you're listening to WLQI, Russ with news coming up. And then we got Find the Big Deal with Strack and Van Til. I know you guys missed out on that yesterday, so we'll dive into that, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, answer our poll question today. Did you manage to go on a vacation this year, this summer? Were you able to get out, take a vacation? Go anywhere? So we'll jump into that and see where things are at with our poll question. And we got all kinds of stories, including Ken, like as in Ken and Barbie. Ken's body is not keeping up with the norms the way Barbie is, apparently, and more. So nobody go anywhere. Thanks for hanging out this morning. I appreciate it.
Looking for the coolest stop in downtown Rensselaer? Head to Brick Street Ice Cream, serving up rich, real milk fat soft serve with all your favorites. Ice cream nachos, sundaes, malts and shakes, cups and cones, floats, slushies, and more than 40 flavor shots to create your perfect treat. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 2 to 8, Sundays 2 to 6, and closed Mondays. Find Brick Street Ice Cream at 128 South Van Rensselaer Street in downtown Rensselaer, and be sure to like them on Facebook. Brick Street Ice Cream, where every cone tastes like summer.
Ice cream, new spring, we all scream for ice cream. Rah, rah.
What if fast, reliable fiber internet is already available at your home? With Jasper County REMC, checking is easy. Just visit jasperremc.com and use the interactive service map to see if fiber internet is available at your address. If it is, you'll discover internet packages designed for everything from everyday browsing to streaming, gaming, working from home, and more, all backed by the local service you know and trust. Don't wonder, check today at jasperremc.com. That's jasperremc.com.
McDonald's now has 2 big deals on 2 big meals ready whenever the hunger hits. On your morning commute, fuel up with a sausage McMuffin with egg meal complete with hash browns and a small hot coffee, just $5. For lunch or dinner, score a classic Big Mac meal with crispy, world-famous fries and a soft drink, all for just $8. Hearty, satisfying, and oh so delicious. Now whenever hunger strikes, strike back with 2 big deals on 2 big meals at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Promotional pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
Come out and enjoy Third Thursdays, happening the third Thursday of every month through October from 5 until 8 p.m. in downtown Rensselaer. Bring the family and enjoy local vendors, food, shopping, entertainment, food, and activities in Filson Park, and a chance to discover everything downtown Rensselaer has to offer. Whether you're catching up with friends, supporting local businesses, or just looking for a fun night out, Third Thursdays is the perfect way to experience the community spirit of Rensselaer. Mark your calendar for every third Thursday through October and join us in downtown Rensselaer. Follow the City of Rensselaer on Facebook for upcoming event details and activities.
You should try Fast Play from the Hoosier Lottery. It's easy to play and super fun. Unlike that time you tried paddleboarding.
Go! Fast Play does sound quick and easy. I'll take one.
Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Play responsibly.
Cheryl, America is turning 250 years old this summer.
250 years old. That deserves a serious celebration.
We're talking Indiana Beach, Deep River Water Park, Holiday World,
White Sox tickets.
all of it, giving it away all summer long.
Because nothing says Happy Birthday America like a roller coaster and a ball game.
Exactly. Listen on the Q, 98 Gold and Bear Country.
And watch our Facebook pages for your chance to win.
Summer fun. Celebrating 250 years the right way.
On the Q, WLQI.
98 Gold.
And on Bear Country 104.5.
Summer fun is brought to you by Rensselaer Marathon BP and Raceway Gas Station, Steve's Specialized Services, McDonald's of Rensselaer, Bozeman Oil, Mayor Phillips in the City of Rensselaer, Wagner Lumber Supply, Jasper County REMC, Harvest Hangout in Goodland, RH Mechanical, Red Baron Liquors in Rensselaer, DeMott, Morocco, and Cedar Lake, the Town of Goodland and the Goodstock Music Festival, Denell Home Center in Fowler, Sander Cycle, Tri-County School Corporation, TNT Tree Service, Auto Works in Rensselaer, Oak Grove Christian Retirement Village in DeMott, Brick Street Ice Cream in Rensselaer, Royal Oak Restaurant, Kennedy Mechanical in Rensselaer, and of course, Touhyville Media, WLQI, 98 Gold, and Bear Country.
There's something new waiting for you at Fair Oaks Farms. Experience the beautifully redesigned farmhouse restaurant where a warm new interior, relaxing patio dining, and curated comfort classics create the perfect place to gather. Whether you're stopping in for lunch on Fridays and Saturdays, enjoying Sunday brunch with family, or making dinner part of your day any night of the week, there's always a seat at the table. Come discover the all-new farmhouse restaurant at Fair Oaks Farms, where every meal feels like home.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
97.7 WLQI Rensselaer, The Q.
This check of news brought to us by the Nice Law Firm. Visit nicelawfirm.com. Here's Russ Martin.
A tornado warning was issued late yesterday morning for Lake and Porter counties, and strong straight-line winds passed through northern Newton and Jasper counties. Wind speeds in some areas were reported by one source to be up to 100 miles per hour, knocking trees down, causing property damage, blocking roads, and knocking out power to thousands of customers in a multi-counties area that included Jasper, Newton, White, Pulaski, Benton, Lake, Porter, and Stark in this area. The state police also reported a few semis were blown over in Lake County. No injuries reported. Jasper County REMC's website outage map showed nearly 1,950 customers had power interruption as of 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, mostly in northern and northeastern Jasper County. Kankakee Valley REMC with customers in Pulaski, Stark, Porter, LaPorte, and St. Joseph's counties had more than 13,000 customers affected in all their locations. NIPSCO at noon yesterday reported 291,000 customers with power outages, with the greatest area in Lake County. Each of these utility locations has an outage map website showing updates of power being restored. The community with the most NIPSCO customers affected in Newton County was Lake Village, with 1,115. Jasper County Sheriff Pat Williamson reported there were trees down across some county roads, and the cell phone use and internet use in the northern part of the county was spotty. Internet use had the same situation. The storm also affected systems in Jasper County for first responder communications as well. There was also one call into the sheriff's office reporting a tree down on Birch Street in DeMott across the railroad tracks. Newton County Sheriff Shannon Cothran stated in a video that trees were down and power lines down primarily in Lake and Lincoln townships, the two townships at the north end of the county. 2 former Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicle employees have been charged with bribery after allegedly accepting cash for certifying more than 300 customers passed the written driver's test when they didn't take it. The 2 former employees who worked at an Indianapolis location reportedly entered passing scores for each of these customers on their written driver's test that allowed for a learner's permit or driver's license to be issued. Investigators stated they found login credentials for the 2 people charged for the alleged activity that took place between June 2023 and February 2024. The Inspector General's office said the scheme was discovered by workers at another BMV branch who saw a pattern of customers who had previously failed written tests suddenly passing and receiving their license. The more than 300 customers who received their credentials in this manner now hold invalidated licenses and will be required to pass a written test. The 2 former employees were also charged with a second felony of official misconduct, and if convicted, face up to 6 years in prison. And food finders will be in Monticello on Thursday for an area food distribution event. The location will be the United Methodist Church at 200 South Main Street. This will be a drive-through distribution, and recipients should remain in their vehicle at all times. The time will be at 1 o'clock Eastern, and those taking part should not arrive prior to 12:30 Eastern. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Need trusted legal help in Indiana? The Nice Law Firm has been fighting for Hoosiers since 1992 in family law, personal injury, criminal defense, estate planning, real estate, business law, and more. And now, Ned Totter, longtime Rensselaer attorney, has joined the Nice Law Firm as they expand to Jasper and the surrounding counties. With decades of success in injury, family, real estate, and criminal matters, Ned's local know-how strengthens an already powerful team. Whether you're facing a tough legal fight or planning for the future, the attorneys at the Nice Law Firm are there to guide you with skill, compassion, and results you can trust. Contact the Nice Law Firm at nicelawfirm.com or call 317-NICE-LAW.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
24-year-old Crystal Renee Capelli of Brimley, Michigan, passed away on July 30th. A celebration of the life of Crystal Renee Capelli will be held at Hudson Township Hall on August 15th in Elmira, Michigan, beginning at noon Eastern. Memorial contributions in Crystal Capelli's memory may be made to your local Humane Society. To share memories and/or condolences, visit jacksonfuneral.com. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, expect some showers. Got some fog going on right now till about 9 o'clock this morning. Showers expected later on before 4, and then possibly a thunderstorm after 4. Scattered showers tonight, maybe even some heavy rainfall with a low of 69. Friday, showers expected before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Some storms could produce heavy rainfall tomorrow. Cloudy skies tomorrow night with a low of around 69.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
All right, let's play Find the Big Deal with Stragan Mantil. Give me a call, 219-866-4104. Looking for the price today on... As soon as I can get the sale flyer to open up. Too much going on this morning. All right, here we go. Fresh, boneless, skinless, thin sliced chicken breast or chicken tenders on sale at Stragan Mantil. 219-866-4104. Let me know the price on those chicken breasts or chicken tenders or breast or tenders on sale at Stragan Mantil. 219-866-4104.
And welcome back to Get Ahead of It. First question, if your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back, you should...
Talk to your doctor.
Yes, it could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is the #1 prescribed branded treatment for IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily prescription pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
All right. Got a few folks that jumped in and knew that chicken is on sale. It's buy one, get two free. I want to make sure you hear that. Buy one, get two free of equal or lesser value. That's right. I had a couple of folks jump in and knew that. Julie and Rich and Nancy all got in to let me know that it's buy one, get two free. That's right. So now's the time to take advantage of that. I remember when they had that on pork chops, I went and took advantage of it. We still have pork chops in our freezer. All right. Shopping online is easier than ever at StraganMantil.com. You get the same prices as you see in the store. You get the coupons, reward points, all that stuff. Stragan Mantil, life made simple, food made easy. Visit StraganMantil.com. All right. I'll have that up on the WLQI and 98 Gold Facebook pages here in just a little bit. Head over there, comment with the price on the same item, that chicken, and you'll be entered in for a chance to win that $50 gift card from Stragan Mantil and Touhyville. We'll draw the winner tomorrow. Good luck.
Hello.
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage, and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
From Indiana fields to American roads, freedom starts at the pump. At IBEC, drivers can choose from higher ethanol blends, including E85 for flex-fuel vehicles. It's renewable, American-made, and supports Indiana farmers while giving drivers freedom from high fuel prices. Visit IBEC at 751 IN 114 in Rensselaer.
Recovery starts close to home at Oak Grove Christian Retirement Village in DeMont, offering convenient inpatient and outpatient physical, occupational, and speech therapy services for Jasper County and surrounding communities. Our compassionate therapists provide one-on-one, patient-centered care focused on helping you regain strength, mobility, and independence. We accept Medicare, workers' compensation, and most insurance plans with benefit verification before therapy begins. Plus, ask about our Road to Home Transitional Recovery Program. Learn more at greencroft.org/Oak Grove or call 219-987-9238.
Uh-oh. If your old air conditioner sounds like it's auditioning for a monster movie, it's time to call the dynamic duo at Kennedy Mechanical.
We're local, reliable, and ready for the jobs that other companies avoid.
From HVAC repairs to stubborn old boilers and challenging installs, I've been getting the job done right since 1995.
Call Kennedy Mechanical today at 219-280-0760.
And like us on Facebook.
Kennedy Mechanical, heating up comfort and cooling down stress across the region.
Touhyville. Double the Touhies, double the fun.
Welcome to the show.
Tell me, what day is it?
Can you tell me what day it is?
Today is Thursday.
How about Thursday?
Thursday. Just remember Thursday. Thursday. Can you remember Thursday?
Thursday it is.
Well, now that we've got that settled.
What's on our agenda for the rest of the day?
Are you ready to be entertained?
Okay, let's see what you got.
Prepare to have your ribs tickled.
Showtime, baby.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out, doing my thing on my own. Thank you so much for folks that have reached out and said, hope Cheryl feels better. Hope you feel better soon. We appreciate it. We really do. I'm telling you, it's this show and this community is, I guess what I'm trying to say is this show has really become its own community, and we love it. We love the way you guys reach out to us and share with us, your thoughts and what's happening and things like that. So we really appreciate all of that. We really do. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Hi, this is William Gonzalez. How you doing?
I'm good, Willie. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. I'm just making sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, we're doing okay. Cheryl's a bit under the weather. We got hit with a tough cold this week, and hers unfortunately came along with a headache and a little nausea too. So, but she's getting some rest, and hopefully we'll be all good tomorrow to come back in and hang out.
Okay, we're calling again to make sure you guys are okay. We want to make sure our news people or radio station's okay.
Thank you, Willie. We appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye. That's very nice. It's very sweet. Portion of the show today brought to us by the Fountain Stone Theater. Visit fountainstonetheaters.com. They've got movies there Wednesday through the weekend. So today we have The End of Oak Street. Okay. Have you seen the trailer for End of Oak Street? It looks really good. Okay? Holy cow, there's some good movies out right now. End of Oak Street looks freaky, looks weird, and looks really good. I don't know how to describe it other than it looks like a regular neighborhood, and all of a sudden, the end of their street is like the end of the world. So it looks really wild. The other movie out today, Brink of War. So it's based on true events. It's Ronald Reagan meeting with Mikhail Gorbachev. Ronald Reagan is played by Jeff Daniels. I love Jeff Daniels. I can't think of anything that I've seen him in that he wasn't good in. Nothing. I think everything that I've ever seen him in, he's so good. So you also have Super Troopers 3, Paw Patrol, the Dino movie, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, I'm just saying Spider-Man Brand New Day has to hang in there for a little bit, okay? Because between fairs and festivals and being under the weather, I need a minute to go see Spider-Man. William says, yeah, the end of Oak Street looks good. It does. You're right. There's dinosaurs in it, too. I forgot about that. It just looks wild. So anyway, check out the show times at fountainstonetheaters.com. Go and like Fountain Stone Theaters on Facebook. Also, I got to mention our friends over at the Liberty Clinic in Rensselaer. So we had a chance to talk with Dr. Lehman the other day. And I'm going to play the interview coming up in the 8 o'clock hour because I think it's really important to talk about all the different things that Liberty Clinic has to offer. So that'll be coming up in the next hour. 219-866-8999 to reach the Liberty Clinic. Visit mylibertyclinic.com. Click on services. The important thing to remember is it is a surgical clinic right here in Jasper County. Right here in Rensselaer. You don't have to go far away in order to get the kind of surgery that you need. And he was trained at the Mayo Clinic. It's not like he's, doesn't know what he's doing. It's incredible. So, yeah, that's Liberty Clinic in Rensselaer. Go and like Liberty Clinic on Facebook as well. All right, let's go take a look at our poll question real quick and chat about this vacation thing. So here's the national poll. Okay, officially it says here there's about 6 more weeks of summer, but back to school is already here. Some schools started yesterday. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old man, but I really think that it's time to get back to Labor Day for going back to school. I think, and I'm not saying, well, let's extend the school year then. I'm saying we're all right. Give the kids a little more summer. Give the parents a little more summer with the kids. That's my take on it. Maybe I'm crazy. What do I know? But that's what I think we should do. So, according to a report, 23% of Americans are sad because they do not feel like they made the most of their summer. 9% say summer's gotten away from them. No doubt about it. Although I will tell you, the way our summers have built since I've been here at the radio station is crazy. It's like a whirlwind. So for us, we start with Newton County Pumpkin Vine Fair, which is fantastic. Then we usually will have a break. This year, that 1 week wasn't really much of a break. It just so happened that was the week that we had the Spencer Pool Luau in DeMott, which was wonderful. Great weather. Little chilly, but fought off the rain this year. But I also had to deal with some things that week. Ace was sick that week, went to the vet twice. My dad had surgery and then complications with his surgery. And so I ran up to Chicago that week. We did the show, ran up to Chicago, came back. Then we had the Jasper County Fair. Holy cow. Then we had Touch of Dutch. Fantastic. Amazing. And now this weekend, we have Goodstock, which I can't wait for. Rain, go away. Lindsay Lau and the Lone Riders. Silver Stallion, tribute to the Highwaymen. By the way, if you don't remember the Highwaymen, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson. And then you've got an AC/DC tribute band, Dirty Deeds. I mean, that's going to be killer. Got stuff for everybody. Country, classic rock, it's all there. By the way, every ticket goes to help support Jasper Newton Veterans Fund for Jasper and Newton County veterans, stays right here at home. Also, we're going to be out there having a good time. And we're going to have our T-shirts. Our America 250 T-shirts. You get those with a $10 donation. And we've been doing the donations to the Good Samaritan Food Pantry for Goodstock. Though all the donations for the shirts are going to go to the Jasper Newton Foundation for veterans. So the Jasper Newton Veterans Fund. We're going to donate any money we make from the T-shirts, not any profits, any money that we make from the T-shirts. So we're not taking any piece of it. So that's this Saturday out at the Foster Park in Goodland. Goodstock happening this weekend. Opening ceremonies start at 4. I believe gates open at 3:30. So that's going to be exciting stuff out there at Goodstock. All right, so 61% of Americans say they have taken a summer vacation this year. 59% say they haven't had enough vacation time this summer. 21% of people are still hoping to fit in some kind of summer trip. That's what we do. We will be off next week, all next week. We're going to take a quick run up to South Haven later in the week, but early in the week we're going to get caught up, and get some of our life things together. Clerical, it's funny. A lot of people will ask us, "What do you guys do after 9 o'clock in the morning?" Everything. That's when our full-time job starts. So next week, because of us going out of town for a couple of days, Monday and Tuesday will give us a chance to get everything set up here at the radio station. Plus, we've got high school football coming. We've got a new team that we will announce tomorrow for Bear Country, for the Bombers. So much stuff going on. So next week, we're going to be off the entire week. Then, before you know it, little cousin Jasper's here. We have fun out there at little cousin Jasper. All right, so Gary says, as a school board, we would love to extend summer vacation, but hands are tied by the state recommended days required for in-school instruction. I get that. Please don't think that I'm complaining about the way you guys are running the school, Gary. I totally understand that. Yeah, it's just weird. Like, when we were younger, I felt like we just had a full summer. It's like you blink and it's gone now. And as a kid, I don't know. I felt like we had all of June, July, and August. Maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like it was like somewhere around Memorial Day, like Memorial Day to Labor Day. Right after that, maybe you dip into June a little bit. But yeah, it's one of those things that I get it. You got to get a certain amount of days in and be in school. Maybe it's something that at a federal level would have to change. I think for kids, I feel like we blink and you're into adulthood. Okay, and this is me now thinking back at 52 years old. I think sometimes kids need a little more time to just be kids. And I want us to have smart kids. I want them to learn all the stuff they need to learn. I get all that. But I also think sometimes you just need some kid time. Some lifetime, some memories time. So, yes, I totally understand that the school board has to follow the rules and things like that. So, yes, please don't misunderstand that I'm not knocking any schools for when they bring the kids back or anything like that. It's just I'm just thinking back to my youth. I feel like they need more time to go play, more summer fun. Not just the summer fun that we do at the radio station. All right. So, our poll question today asking you, have you had a chance to go on any kind of summer vacation this year? Have you gotten away, gotten out of town? Let's see where things are at with our poll question. All right. 41% say yes. 59% say no. So pretty close to that national average. I guess it's flip-flop. 61% of Americans. Oh, no. The national one says 61% haven't taken a summer vacation this year. So 59% say they haven't taken. So it's really close to the national average there. So, all right. I get it. All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to dive into some more stories, some silly stuff that we've got to cover here, and just move forward with the day. Also, as I said, coming up a little bit later on, we got Dr. Lehman coming on from Liberty Clinic in Rensselaer. Also, I know there's not a ton of time left, but we do still have a couple of state fair tickets to give away as well. Why don't I do that now before I take the break so I can get you guys taken care of? 219-866-4104. Give me a call. I'll take a random caller for a pair of tickets to the Indiana State Fair. You still want to make it out to the Indiana State Fair? So much going on at the Hoosier Lottery free stage. So let's see what's going on. I think yesterday was Warrant and Vixen. They brought them in to cover for Brett Michaels, who was out of town. So today it's Busta Rhymes. I know the name Busta Rhymes, but he had a big hit in the 80s or 90s. Was it now I don't know. I don't know my Busta Rhymes, kids. 219-866-4104. Let me know. I'll take a random caller if you want tickets to maybe I don't know Busta Rhymes. Okay. I don't think I know Busta Rhymes. But you got Grand Funk Railroad tomorrow. Trace Adkins the 16th. The Happy Together Tour. That's coming up on the 19th. Gene Simmons on the 20th. Sammy Kershaw on the 21st. Craig Morgan on the 21st. Don McLean and American Pie going on the 22nd. So there you go. Whoops. Oh, you hung up. I had you there. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to take my break. But call back if you want your tickets to the state fair. So I had you, and then I lost you. I was just finishing up my thoughts. 219-866-4104. Got to take my break. Stick around.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Widespread dense fog expected throughout the morning till 9 o'clock. 50-50 shot at showers and thunderstorms after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Otherwise cloudy and a high of 81. Tonight, chance for some showers and thunderstorms, then showers, possibly a thunderstorm after 8, a low of 65. Friday, showers and thunderstorms likely before 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then a small chance of showers later in the afternoon with a high near 81. Friday night, 50-50 shot at showers, cloudy the rest of the night with a low of 67. Saturday, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm before 1, then a small chance of showers after that, sunny the rest of the day with a high of 85. Small chance of showers Saturday night with a low of 70.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Hello?
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
Uh-oh.
If your old air conditioner sounds like it's auditioning for a monster movie, it's time to call the dynamic duo at Kennedy Mechanical.
We're local, reliable, and ready for the jobs that other companies avoid.
From HVAC repairs to stubborn old boilers and challenging installs, I've been getting the job done right since 1995.
Call Kennedy Mechanical today at 219-280-0760.
And like us on Facebook.
Kennedy Mechanical, heating up comfort and cooling down stress across the region.
Your annual checkup should be about more than numbers. It should be about how you're really doing physically, mentally, and emotionally. That's because your body and mind are deeply connected, and your healthcare should be too. Beginning September 1st, Valley Oaks Health is expanding to offer primary medical care, alongside the compassionate mental health services you've come to know and trust at our Rensselaer location, bringing whole person care closer to home for individuals and families throughout Jasper and Newton counties. Schedule your appointment today at valleyoaks.org or call 1-866-6-VALLEY. Valley Oaks Health. Caring for our community, caring for you.
Looking for the coolest stop in downtown Rensselaer? Head to Brick Street Ice Cream, serving up rich, real milk fat soft serve with all your favorites. Ice cream nachos, sundaes, malts and shakes, cups and cones, floats, slushies, and more than 40 flavor shots to create your perfect treat. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 2 to 8, Sundays 2 to 6, and closed Mondays. Find Brick Street Ice Cream at 128 South Van Rensselaer Street in downtown Rensselaer, and be sure to like them on Facebook. Brick Street Ice Cream, where every cone tastes like summer.
Ice cream, new spring, we all scream for ice cream. Rah, rah.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We have to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Touhyville, now with even more Touhy.
You know what today is.
It's Thursday.
Thursday?
It's Thursday it is. Thursday. Okay.
Thursday. End of the week?
It's not over yet. Tomorrow's Friday.
Should we get started?
Where should we start?
Do what?
The show.
I have a show to do.
Let's go out there and win. Now go get 'em.
Places, please. All right, everyone, it's showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here. Flying on my own this morning. Cheryl's out. Still under the weather. You can still hear, I'm sure, in my voice. Excuse me. Still got a little raspiness going on there. Not quite 100%. Yesterday, I started to feel a bit better. Although, if you heard my forecast and some of the updates on the weather yesterday, you heard that it was still there. Still hanging in there a bit. And I knew that yesterday, I knew there was no way I could handle doing the show on my own with the way I was feeling, with the way my throat was doing. I was still coughing and stuff and hacking. Just wasn't going to work. So what we did yesterday, hopefully you guys have listened when we're off. Now, we're going to be off next week. And what we do is, I always hated the term best of. Best of Touhyville. I don't know if it's our best. It's our good stuff. We like it. Best of seems like a bit of a stretch, but okay. But what we have to do every year, we don't have to. What we do every year is we submit for the Indiana Broadcasters Association Spectrum Awards. And one of the things that they have that we've won before, come in top 3 multiple times, is best personality or team. And it's for all of Indiana. They have 2 markets, Indianapolis and all the rest of Indiana. Obviously, we're in all the rest of Indiana. So we're pretty excited when we get what we call nominated. They call it a finalist. You're in the top 3. So you know you at least got your bronze medal. So we're pretty excited when that happens every year. I mean, when you think about it, think about how exciting it is when your local high school football or basketball or other sports team goes to state. That's what it's like. Top 3 in the state. It's pretty stinking cool. So we get excited by that. We really, really like it. So in order to do that, when we're doing the morning show, while Cheryl and I are chit-chatting, we don't always know what's good, what's not. But there's times that we go, ooh, that was a good one. I just put it off in my phone. And I go, okay, that's a possibility. So then, as time goes on, we put together these segments, and then we have to cut that down to kind of a point where it's even realistic. And then we have to cut that down to 5 minutes. We're allowed to submit 5 minutes. So in that time, we pick out some of our favorite things, and that's what fills in for us when we're off. So next week, we're going to be off, so you're going to hear a lot of that. Obviously, it's going to be some of our favorite segments from the last year. And we always love your feedback. So if you happen to be listening when we're off, feel free to message us on Facebook and say, hey, I just heard this thing. I really like it. Hey, I heard this one. It was okay. And really, we're not offended by that. When you say, this one wasn't for me. This one didn't knock me out. We really, truly are not upset by that. We are always trying to make the show, the stations, all of it better. So that said, we go on. I have a couple of guys in the industry that I send our stuff out to and ask them to help us. And then we kind of get it all put together in this 5-minute thing. So that's where we come up with our best. So anyway, next week, you're going to hear all those different things that we picked before we knocked it down to our 5 minutes. And I'll stick in the 5-minute thing too a couple of times next week so you guys can hear that and see what we submitted. So portions of the show, including our streaming video, portions of our streaming video brought to you by the Kasanovich Umfleet family of McDonald's, where you can now get, starting on Monday, the first ever McDonald's energy drink, which I got to check. Let me check the Kasanovich Umfleet family of McDonald's Facebook page, because a lot of times they start stuff earlier than the real McDonald's. Then you're I shouldn't say real, than the national McDonald's. They are real McDonald's. You knew what I meant. So, yep. See, I thought so. They started it earlier this week. I had a feeling. So you can get the first ever McDonald's energy drinks now at your Kasanovich Umfleet family of McDonald's locations. Red Bull Dragonberry Energizer. If you don't want the Dragonberry drink, but prefer a can of Red Bull, regular or zero sugar, they've got you covered as well. You can order the cans a la carte as well. So it's the Red Bull Dragonberry Energizer, now available at your Kasanovich Umfleet family of McDonald's. Other McDonald's not till Monday. Kasanovich Umfleet family of McDonald's available now. Can you believe it? So visit your Kasanovich Umfleet family of McDonald's in Rensselaer, 2 locations, DeMott, Remington, and in Hebron. So, and your Kasanovich Umfleet McDonald's are more than just the national McDonald's. Yes, they do things a little rogue. They bring out the special things early. That's one way they do it. The other thing is they are definitely a part of all the communities that they are in. They are part of doing things out and about in the community. They're a part of different fairs. They're always a part of Little Cousin Jasper. They do a bunch of different things all there at your Kasanovich Umfleet family of McDonald's. They are always doing cool things in their local areas. So I know it's not right here, but they were out at Munster's National Night Out the other night. They do all kinds of stuff locally. So very cool. So all right. Also, got to mention our friends over at George A. Memorial Healthcare in Brook. They offer a spectrum of personalized services, whether it's short-term rehab or long-term care. Each resident experiences a tailored approach to their healthcare needs and well-being. Visit them at georgia.org. Go and like them on Facebook. So Ed says, dumb question. No such thing, Ed. Feel free to ask us anything, always. We actually enjoy it. How come you don't get stand-ins for the days you're off? Okay, good question. We are part of a national network where we could get people to fill in, but essentially all they would do is be like disc jockeys. So they would be on from another place, and they would chit chat a little bit in between the songs. So we could do that. As far as having someone come in and do the talk show, I don't know how else to say this without sounding like egotistical, but it's not that easy. It's actually really I don't know how else do I say a talent. I mean, I've been doing this for 32 years, and there is a lot to the idea of doing this show. just to give you an idea. Okay. I'm going to see if I can do this with my camera. If you're watching on the video, okay. I know I'm giving you guys Blair Witch. So I got this computer over here that runs the commercials. I've got this computer over here where I'm like right now. I was just talking about the Red Bull Dragonberry organizer or energizer. It doesn't organize you. Got all these tabs up here opened. Okay. To all the different stories that we're running, and when needed, running the commercials for WIBN on this. So, not to mention running 2 radio stations while we're doing this. Okay. And then I've got the computer to where we're running all the stuff. Excuse me. On video. All the video stuff right there. So we're doing all that. Excuse me, I got to get a cup of coffee or drink coffee. So we're doing all that while talking, hosting a radio show. And it's just not something that a lot of people can do. So, like even when we know we're going to be off for the week, there's just, it's not something that's that easy. Plus, I didn't show you all the buttons here. You got all the buttons to run everything here. So it's quite a thing. It's a lot going on. So unless you're really used to it, what we do here, and again, I don't mean to sound like I'm breaking my arm, patting us on the back, but what we do here is not normal for a small market radio station. Many small market radio stations, I will tell you, do not have a 2-person morning show. They just don't. They won't do it. They don't think it's important enough. They don't think it's worth having. A lot of them don't even bother with a local morning show. They didn't even bother having somebody here in the town doing the radio show. It's not worth it to a lot of these bigger companies. So they just don't bother. So that's one. A lot of them cut out high school sports altogether. Altogether. Don't even do it. They don't even bother. A lot of them, believe it or not, it stuns me, have cut out local news. They don't worry about the news. They either have a national feed, Fox, CNN might do one. CBS used to do it. They stopped altogether with their national feed. And then they have some kind of network they use that sort of does local stuff. But they just cut out local news altogether. So my point being is that it would be really hard to find people to just fill in to know how to do all this stuff. So as much as I know it's not your favorite, listen, I'm with you. So understand that I feel the same way so I used to love watching Letterman. I used to love watching Jon Stewart every night. When I would tune in and realize that Letterman was a rerun, I would go, So I get it. We love hanging out with you guys in the morning, probably even more than you love hanging out with us. We really do. We love doing the show. You have no idea the conversation that goes on just this morning with Cheryl not feeling well. She was up from 1 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the morning, then started to finally doze back off after 3 o'clock in the morning, only for the alarm to go off at 4. And she said, well, why don't I just throw on some clothes and I'll fight through the show and then I'll come home and rest. And I had to convince her not to, because She really does feel like when she's not in that chair right there, she feels like she's letting you guys down. She wants to be here having fun with you guys, having fun with me. She really does. So we love doing the show. That said, we literally have 3 full-time employees here. Me, Cheryl, and Russ. And 2 part-time employees here running 3 radio stations. And honestly, one of those part-time people is Frank Sprankle. He handles sports. So he's not really here moving buttons and doing things. And then we have Scotty, who runs around and does a whole bunch of stuff for us here. So it's a lot of work. And I'm not complaining. We love it. That's why we bought the radio stations. We love doing this. But if we don't find a way to shut down, especially after the way we run for the summer with the fairs and things, we will be no good. We feel it as we get to this point in the summer, where we can't wait to go out to Goodstock, and then as we pull into the garage from Goodstock that evening, we usually get home about 10 o'clock at night. It's like pulling our plug. We start to shut down. Like I said, next week, first couple days will be kind of an organized day, make sure everything's set for the week, and then we can go away to South Haven and really get away and let things go for a couple days. And that's how we're able to do it. One of my mentors I've never met, Simon Sinek, tells a story about 2 lumberjacks in the woods. And both of them cut wood for 8 hours a day. One of them works straight through for the 8 hours. One cuts wood for 4, goes home for an hour, then comes back and cuts wood for another 3. The guy that takes the hour break cuts more wood than the other guy. So after months of this going on, the lumberjack that works straight through says, how do you do it? How do you manage to cut more wood than I do? He said, what do you do with that hour break? He said, I take the hour break, I go home and I sharpen my axe. Now I cut more consistently through the whole day, so I'm able to cut more wood. Sometimes you just got to go sharpen your axe, and that's what we do for a couple of days when we're off. So as much as we love the idea of being here and would love the idea of a fill-in, I think it'd be really cool if we had people that could come in and run it. But it's really just not that easy. So anyway, thank you so much. Not a dumb question at all, Ed, and I appreciate your question. I'm not bothered by the idea that you guys would love to have somebody live in here each day while we're gone. So would we. We think it'd be really neat. But unfortunately, it's just not that simple to get someone to fill in. So anyway, I also know one of the things you guys will miss while we're gone is your chance to win pizzas.
Put on those thinking caps. It's time now for the pizza quiz, brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. You could win a large one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Be caller number 7 at 866-4104. That's 866-4104. Be caller number 7 right now.
Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer is firing up the oven and serving the pies everybody loves. Fresh dough, real toppings, and flavor that hits the spot every time. Whether it's game night, family night, or I'm not cooking tonight, make it a Rick's Pizza night. Call 1-219-777-2674. That's 1-219-777-2674. And Rick's will take care of dinner. Get your Rick's fix. Rick's Pizza, Rensselaer's hometown favorite.
All right, it's time now for the pizza quiz brought to us by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. Your chance to win a one large, one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Hi, you're caller number 7. Who's this? What happened? All right, we'll take another caller 7. Give me a call, 219-866-4104. Looking for another caller number 7 for the pizza quiz today. 219-866-4104. There we go. All right. Hi, good morning. You're caller number 7. Who's this?
Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. How are you?
Pretty good, you?
Good. All right. Do you remember the TV show The Partridge Family?
I do.
All right. So there is a member of the Partridge Family who's celebrating their birthday today. They're also, if you've listened to this program for a while, they're also the person that got me into radio. Do you want to take a guess, or you want me to give you a multiple choice?
If you can give me multiple choice on that one.
All right. Let me see. Now I got to. I know I got. Let's see. Partridge Family. So we got. Let's see here. I know we've got. What was it? David Cassidy. We got Danny Bonaducci, and we've got. I think it was Susan Day. Yep. So David Cassidy, Susan Day, or Danny Bonaducci celebrating their birthday today. Also got me into radio. What do you think?
Danny Bonaducci.
Yes, sir. Danny Bonaducci is 67 years young today. He is one of the reasons that I am doing radio now. You hold on a second. I'm going to put you on hold for a moment while I get myself situated, and then I will I'll get all your info. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere. All right, got to take a break. We'll be back in just a little bit for more fun.
Winners and families of winners on the Pizza Quiz are ineligible to win for 30 days. The Pizza Quiz is brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer.
From Indiana fields to American roads, freedom starts at the pump. At IBEC, drivers can choose from higher ethanol blends, including E85 for flex-fuel vehicles. It's renewable, American-made, and supports Indiana farmers while giving drivers freedom from high fuel prices. Visit IBEC at 751 IN 114 in Rensselaer.
Well, Jeff, the news seems to be full of supply chain issues, delayed shipping, rising prices, and inflation. How's that affecting us here at Bjerk's Fine Jewelry?
Honestly, Liz, not in the least bit. Our prices are sharp as ever. Our values are the best in the business. You can compare the mega box stores, the internet, or even the big city diamond districts, and you still won't find the deals we offer.
Well, that will make our customers very happy, but I've heard that many businesses are struggling to find product and maintain inventories.
Not here at Bjerk's Fine Jewelry. We work very hard with our suppliers to make sure diamonds, gemstones, and jewelry continue to arrive and keep our selection fresh and exciting.
So let me get this straight. Our customers can stroll into Bjerk's and still get unbeatable prices, top-notch quality, first-class service, and the area's largest inventory to make the perfect jewelry choice?
You summed that up pretty well, Liz. But don't forget, we also have the area's largest selection of coins and precious metals bullion. Some dealers have really struggled to source sufficient quantities, but here at Bjerk's, we are fully stocked.
You know, Jeff, we're pretty lucky to have been serving the Lafayette community for over 75 years.
Shop smart, shop Bjerk's, Bjerk's.com.
97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
Time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by the Conrad Agency in Brook, Fowler, and Francisville. Here's Russ Martin.
Yet another storm caused damage in northwest Indiana and beyond yesterday. NIPSCO stated on their outages map that the storms have been the most destructive ever to impact their service territory, causing historic levels of damage. At noon yesterday, they reported 287,000 of their 500,000 customers were impacted. The communities most affected were in Lake and Porter counties. In this area, 567 customers in Monon were impacted, 577 customers in Brook, 962 customers in Hebron, and 1,607 in Lake Village. Kankakee Valley REMC in Pulaski, Stark Lake, Porter, LaPorte, and St. Joseph's counties reported at 3 p.m. yesterday 2,268 outages, while Jasper County REMC with members in Jasper, Newton, Pulaski, White, Porter, and Stark counties had 23. In Rensselaer, a report from a resident on Milroy Avenue said there were a few trees down and 3 electric poles were leaning. Power was still out there yesterday afternoon. and was initially out in the sections of south and western portions of the city as the NIPSCO feed into that area was lost. Power was restored in most areas of the town by mid-afternoon. And those power outages in Lake and Porter County meant more than huge inconveniences for people living and working there. Many of the businesses were fuel outlets, and there were reports of long lines at the I-65 and State Road 10 exit. The state police urged travelers into Lake and Porter County to fill up before getting to that area. Many restaurants in those counties were unable to provide food to travelers and inhabitants of the area as well due to lack of power, or if they were open, they too had long lines. The National Weather Service said storms could take place through Sunday. One person was injured in a two-vehicle crash about a mile southwest of DeMotte last Monday afternoon. In a press release on Wednesday from the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, authorities stated in their initial identified the mother as Hoax and that he would contact her. The press release went on to say that Hoax soon was seen after walking from the backyard. A report was forwarded to the Department of Child Services and the prosecutor's office. Brian Hurley was charged with invasion of privacy. First Church in northern Jasper County will be the site where a food finder stop on Friday. The time for the drive-through event will be 10 a.m. Please do not arrive prior to 9:30. The address for First Church is 5387 State Road 10, Wheatfield. But for those unfamiliar with the area, the location is much closer to DeMotte, just south of the intersection of US 231 and State Road 10. Stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Contact the Conrad Agency in Brook, Fowler, or Francisville at 765-884-0530.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
24-year-old Crystal Renee Capelli of Brimley, Michigan, passed away on July 30th. A celebration of the life of Crystal Renee Capelli will be held at Hudson Township Hall on August 15th in Elmira, Michigan, beginning at noon Eastern. Memorial contributions in Crystal Capelli's memory may be made to your local Humane Society. To share memories and/or condolences, visit jacksonfuneral.com. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather is brought to you by Rensselaer Iron and Metal.
Widespread dense fog expected throughout the morning till 9 o'clock. 50-50 shot at showers and thunderstorms after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Otherwise cloudy and a high of 81. Tonight, chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Then showers, possibly a thunderstorm after 8, a low of 65. Friday, showers and thunderstorms likely before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then a small chance of showers later in the afternoon with a high near 81. Friday night, 50-50 shot at showers, cloudy the rest of the night with a low of 67. Saturday, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm before 1, then a small chance of showers after that, sunny the rest of the day with a high of 85. Small chance of showers Saturday night with a low of 70.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Kevin Matthews. You don't know who I am, but you probably know who Steve and Cheryl is. This is where they live in Touhyville. Touhyville is a very unusual place, and you're part of it.
Good morning.
Today's Thursday. Telling me this why.
And you're telling me this why?
Who are you? Yoda?
Why are you in such a bad mood this morning?
What do you think?
I'm tired.
And I'm working.
Maybe you need some more coffee.
There's not enough coffee in Brazil for this.
I love your positive attitude. Right, positive.
Enough chit chat.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
All right. Sorry about that. Welcome back to Touhyville. Steve and Cheryl. Oh, no, just Steve. I knew it would happen. It happens almost every time that I'm in on my own. 97.7 the Q and 98 Gold. Steve and Cheryl with you here hanging out, and we're excited to welcome back to about any time that I'm out here on my own. I end up mentioning Cheryl. Portion of the show today brought to us by our friends over at Rensselaer Farmers Market. Okay, so you got tonight from 4:30 till 7. Let me hop on their Facebook page. That's how you find so much stuff that's going on with all of our advertisers, okay? So we love that folks advertise with us. We think, and I think you guys would agree, we do a great job with folks that sponsor our programs, do our advertise with our radio stations, and we would love it, so would they, if you go to those businesses, okay? Their dream was to have their own business. My dream was to run radio stations. So they're helping me with my dream, and in turn, you can help both of us with our dreams by going to visit these advertisers. So when you go to the farmer's market and you're looking around at all the different veggies, okay, grabbing yourself maybe some meat from Culp Family Farms, grabbing yourself a pork burger, okay, you are helping them and helping us. What we want you to do is while you're doing that, go, hey, by the way, I heard them talking about you on the radio this morning. That's all you got to do. You go into any of these businesses that work with us, sponsor the program. Lauren Berenda, sponsoring our portions of our streaming video. You call or text Lauren at 219-866-8644. You say, listen, I heard Steve talking about you on the radio. I wanted to give you a shot with my insurance. You have no idea. That goes such a long way. So radio is an odd thing. We are not in a rated market. So you can't exactly tell to the person how many folks are listening. How do we know people are listening? Well, because we chit-chat with you guys all the time. We see you out at the fairs. We see you at the grocery store. We see you at Royal Oak when we're having dinner. We're part of your community. We see you at Touch of Dutch. We see you at Goodstock. We see you at the Newton County Fair, Jasper County Fair. Little cousin Jasper. That's how we know you're listening. But advertisers, they got to decide where their money's going to advertise. So when they put it into the radio station, we take it personally, and we'd appreciate it if you went and visited those folks and said, hey, I'm here because I heard about you on the radio. But we're not nuts. We don't think that's the only place the businesses should advertise. Of course, you got to use Facebook. Of course, you got to use different media. No doubt about it. So when you hear us talking about things like the Rensselaer Farmers Market, you're not going to know everything that's going on there while we're chit-chatting about it. So go and follow them on Facebook as well. Speaking of pork burgers, okay? Culp Family Farms is going to be serving up pork burgers tonight from 4:30 till 7. $7 for a single, $8 or $10 for a double, 7 for a single, 10 for a double. A whole nother pork burger for $3. They'll also have sodas and chips for a free donation to the Little Cousin Jasper Festival. So they're doing this along with Cylinders and Snacks, which is out there tonight. So Rensselaer Farmers Market will be on Van Rensselaer Street, right by Brick Street Ice Cream. Okay. Will be open tonight. Then you can go check out the cars on Harrison Street. Grab yourself a pork burger. I know what we're having for dinner tonight. Okay. Between running around and festivals and being under the weather, man, we've had some good dinners. Okay. Made a big pot of chicken noodle soup. Cheryl did for me on Monday before she got sick. So I have been having chicken soup like crazy. Then on Sunday, she had made chicken piccata, a lemon piccata, which I don't really usually like lemon stuff, but it was really good with rice. And then she made this chicken and rice thing in the crock pot the other day when we were both under the weather to cook. All delicious. All that said, I'm chickened out. I've had enough chicken. Okay? I need a break from the chicken. So, now that I see that we have pork burgers being cooked up tonight, I'm super excited. We will be having pork burgers for dinner tonight. So that's exciting stuff. So head out to the farmers market tonight from 4:30 till 7. Grab some veggies, grab a pork burger, check out all the cars for the Cylinders and Snacks. Pork burgers are the snack. Not to mention you can grab yourself pork burger, walk around, check out the cars, grab yourself an ice cream at Brick Street Ice Cream. I'm just saying, get twisted, enjoy your night. So lots of great stuff going on out there. Also got to mention our friends over at Supercuts. Visit Supercuts in Rensselaer, 4.6 Google rating. They do a super job, some might say, with your haircut. They always take care of me. So if you want to look as good as me. Hold on. I just got a text from Supercuts. They said, stop telling people that. It's not helping us. People want to look a lot better than you, Steve. I know. I get it. Listen, I'm me. I want to look a lot better than me. So I understand. No problem. So, Gwen says, good morning, Gwen. Rebecca says, Cheryl should post her recipes. I agree. I think that's a great idea. She also says, we hope you all feel better soon. Thank you, Rebecca. Yes, I hope she feels better soon. I'm probably about 90%. And I could just tell from the way I feel energy-wise. I knew yesterday I didn't have the energy or the voice to be able to do this, to talk this much by myself. So, speaking of which, coming up a little bit later in this hour, I'm going to have our interview with Dr. Randy Lehman from Liberty Clinic. Really good chit-chat we had with him. So, that'll be coming up a little bit later on. So Ed asked me earlier about the idea of having folks fill in for me. So Ed says, you guys had one of the old WLUP hosts. Now need to get the rest of them on the air for an interview. So we had Kevin Matthews on. He says, bet Steve and Gary won't do it together. Probably not. But it's funny that you say that. I don't have a long bucket list of folks that I want to get on the air that I haven't. Okay. I have been lucky enough to kind of go through folks from my childhood and get them on the air over time. Okay? So we've had a lot of them. Just to give you an idea. I actually have had Steve Dahl on. Not this show here, but on my show over the years. I should go back and find it. So I was lucky enough to have Steve Dahl on years and years and years ago. Nope, wrong button. Hold on.
Hey, this is Steve Dahl, and you're listening to Steve Toohey.
You put a lot of thought into that one. Of course, you guys hear it all the time. We had Kevin Matthews on. I've had a lot of my childhood heroes, if you will. Heroes a stretch, but you know, one of them was the real Batman.
Hi, folks. This is Adam West. You're listening to Toohey. I listen.
Adam West was so stinking cool. This is when Cheryl and I were engaged. And I was moving in with her. I had, and now I have it back up in my Bat Cave, the movie poster from the 60s Batman. I consider it art if it's in a frame. So I have all my movie posters in frames. And I wanted to put it up in our new home. She didn't really consider it art. So we had Adam West on the phone, and I asked him to convince her. And he did on the air. He said we should hang it in our bedroom and she should bow down to it each morning. So my point being is that I've had a lot of my childhood people that I've always wanted to have on or chit chat with. I've been lucky enough to do that. You know, I'm saying it right now out loud. Maybe that's some of what we'll do with our time next week. Some of these old interviews that you guys have probably never heard because I didn't necessarily do it on this radio station. I know I'm going to find my old interview with Ben Jones, Cooter from the Dukes of Hazzard, who just passed away last week. But we had John Schneider, Luke Duke on from the Dukes of Hazzard. I've had Tom Wopat on from the Dukes of Hazzard. Bernie Capel from the Love Boat. Who else? Craig Ferguson, who I loved Craig Ferguson's talk show. He was, as much as I love David Letterman, Craig Ferguson is right up there as one of the, for me, one of the best talk show hosts of all time.
Hi, this is Craig Ferguson. You're listening to Toohey.
Some of these guys didn't really put a lot of thought into the liner. They just threw it out there. But the reason I started saying this is when Ed said I should get some of those old LUP guys on. Today is Danny Bonaducci's 67th birthday. I have not talked to Danny Bonaducci in, let's see, I got into radio 32 years ago, so probably 29 years, 28 years maybe. I used to talk to him fairly regularly on the air. I reached out to him to see if I could come into the studio while he was doing the show, and he let me. I went up to the Hancock building in Chicago where they were broadcasting from. While they were playing a song or in a commercial break, he came over and said hello to me. I'm not exaggerating. He was literally doing the show in a white tank top, boxer shorts, and cowboy boots. Not exaggerating. That's what he was wearing. Came over to the door, said hello. I said hi. He said, nice to meet you. I said, you too. Showed me the studio. Said, I got to get back. I said, well, I appreciate you letting me come up. Introduced me to Shemp, his producer. And I said, I just have one question. I said, how do I get into this? This is what I think I should be doing. And he said, I was a child star. Kind of got pulled into it from Jonathan Brandmeier and Kevin Matthews. So he said, ask Shemp. So I did. And his producer told me about this school in Lombard, Illinois, that at the time, I don't know why, was called the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. And I went there, and the rest is history. But I've never really properly thanked Danny Bonaducci or talked with him much about the idea of how he helped me get into this. I got into this because I used to listen to him at night. I would listen to Brandmeier and Kevin Matthews, Danny Bonaducci at night because we'd be off work. So we were working during the day, so I couldn't call into those other shows. I would call into his show almost every night, no matter who his guest was. No matter who it was, I would call in, and I would just make up something. If he had a dating expert, I'd ask a dating question. If they had a cooking person out, I'd ask a recipe question, whatever it was, just to get on the radio. And at the time, I had a Dodge Stealth, and I would just call up, Shep would answer, and I'd go, hey, it's Steve with the Stealth. He goes, okay, hold on. He knew that I wasn't going to be silly. I wasn't going to be stupid. I would get a good question in. So he would just put me right through. So my hope is to get Danny Bonaducci on the show. I know he's dealing with some throat issues and some other health issues. I'm hoping to get him on at some point. So the hardest part is even though he's on Twitter, is to get in touch with him. He doesn't really have an agent anymore. So the hardest part is to get in touch with him. So I'm trying. But yes, that would be very cool. Joe says Bill Curtis. Oh, I mean, that one's right up there at the top of my favorite interviews of all time. So, yeah. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I'll throw in one or two each day next week to kind of change up some of our best segments with some of these old interviews that I did. Because I've done a lot of them. Maybe I should turn that into a podcast. It's because some of them are really fun. Jessica says, hearing more about Russ Martin and his career over the years might be cool if he was willing to talk on the air with you or record an interview. I would love that. That's a wonderful idea. I've been lucky enough to sit at like trivia night or dinners and things when we're not so slammed with work to chit chat with Russ Martin about his career. And he's very humble about all that he's done. But it's really, really an interesting career, an interesting life that Russ Martin has had. No doubt about it. Yeah, that's a great idea. Lisa says, good morning, Steve. I hope my two favorite people are feeling better. Playing those old interviews would be awesome. Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of fun ones out there. I'm going to have to dig into my my hard drives and see what I can find. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, a lot of those interviews were also done with other people. And so I need to cut them out of it because some of them I don't even talk to anymore. So I can't really get their permission to put them on the radio. But some I did on my own, like the one with Steve Dahl I did on my own. So that might be interesting. So I'll check it out. I'll see what I can put together, or at minimum put it together on a podcast. So, but thank you, Lisa. I'm feeling a lot better. Not quite 100%, but pretty close, 90%. And Cheryl's having a harder time. So hopefully she'll be back with us tomorrow. So, all right, got to take a quick break. We'll come back, dive into more fun here, and then in a little bit we'll actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to have our chat with Dr. Lehman. So nobody go anywhere.
When you think of Jasper County REMC, you think of reliable electric service. But did you know your trusted cooperative also provides high-speed fiber internet? That's right. One cooperative, 2 essential services. From powering your home to keeping you connected, Jasper County REMC is committed to delivering the dependable local service you know and trust. It's all backed by the same cooperative, the same local employees, and the same commitment to serving our communities. Whether you need reliable electricity or fast, dependable fiber internet, Jasper County REMC is here for you. Visit jasperremc.com to learn more and see if fiber internet is available at your address.
Having a trusted healthcare provider close to home matters because your health is about more than a single appointment. It's about caring for the whole person. Beginning September 1st, Valley Oaks Health is expanding to offer primary medical care alongside the compassionate mental health services you've come to know and trust at our Rensselaer location. We're proud to offer care for individuals and families throughout Jasper and Newton counties. Schedule your appointment today at valleyoaks.org or call 1-866-6-VALLEY. Valley Oaks Health, caring for our community, caring for you.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Widespread dense fog expected throughout the morning till 9 o'clock. 50-50 shot at showers and thunderstorms after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Otherwise cloudy and a high of 81. Tonight, chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Then showers, possibly a thunderstorm after 8, a low of 65. Friday, showers and thunderstorms likely before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then a small chance of showers later in the afternoon with a high near 81. Friday night, 50-50 shot at showers, cloudy the rest of the night with a low of 67. Saturday, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm before 1, then a small chance of showers after that. Sunny the rest of the day with a high of 85. Small chance of showers Saturday night with a low of 70.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
When you need surgical care, you shouldn't have to travel miles away from home. At Liberty Clinic General Surgery Wound Care Colonoscopy in Rensselaer, you'll find advanced surgical care with a personal hometown touch. From colonoscopies and hernia repair to vein treatment, wound care, breast surgery, and more, Liberty Clinic delivers expert care close to home. Led by Mayo Clinic trained surgeon Dr. Randy Lehman and compassionate medical team, Liberty Clinic is committed to helping you heal with confidence. Call 219-866-8999. Visit mylibertyclinic.com. And like Liberty Clinic on Facebook today.
Looking for the coolest stop in downtown Rensselaer? Head to Brick Street Ice Cream, serving up rich, real milk fat soft serve with all your favorites. Ice cream nachos, sundaes, malts and shakes, cups and cones, floats, slushies, and more than 40 flavor shots to create your perfect treat. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 2 to 8, Sundays 2 to 6, and closed Mondays. Find Brick Street Ice Cream at 128 South Van Rensselaer Street in downtown Rensselaer, and be sure to like them on Facebook. Brick Street Ice Cream, where every cone tastes like summer.
Ice cream, new spring, we all scream for ice cream. Rock, rock.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Hello?
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Touhyville, now even Touhier.
Wakey, wakey. This is going to get your attention, I tell you, man.
We got a great show tonight. Do you know what time it is?
Nope.
But I did say it would get your attention.
Oh, it's early morning, actually.
Whoa, don't attack before I've had my coffee.
Just calmly pour yourself a cup of joe and focus.
Get yourself a cup of coffee.
Wake yourself up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let the games begin.
97.7 The Q and 98 Gold. Stephen Sherrill with you here, hanging out, and we're excited to welcome back to the program Dr. Lehman from Liberty Clinic. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you, Steve?
Good. We appreciate you coming in and sharing different things with us that the Liberty Clinic does. Again, you guys can go to mylibertyclinic.com, and I suggest clicking on services to get an idea of all that you guys do, because it's I don't know if people realize how wide-ranging it is that you guys do right here in Rensselaer, right in Jasper County, not having to drive 45 minutes away. It's right here in the Rensselaer Hospital is where the Liberty Clinic is. And today we're going to talk about our skin and the different things that we deal with, different ways maybe to take care of ourselves, and what to do if we see something or feel something.
Mm-hmm.
So where should we start? I'll trust you're the expert.
Skin's the largest organ in your body. You know,
I knew that.
And so what basically we're trying to do here, just educational sort of program for the community, because trying to like elevate the health overall.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a lot of farmers in this community, and then other people that have had a lot of sun exposure with their job or otherwise, and that causes skin damage and then can cause all kinds of skin lesions and problems. And so what we do is, my whole goal was to come back home, which is here, and increase access for people. And so providing care so they don't have to leave town, which then not only is giving me the job that I want, right? But it's helping the one-on-one patient, but it's actually elevating our whole community because it creates all these other basically jobs for other people and downstream positive effects. There's certain, I don't think that the hospital administrator understands this, who's from Lafayette or Crown Point or whatever, that they don't understand that we don't really want to go to those hospitals. We want to stay here and go to our own hospital.
Who wants to drive?
Sure.
That's when I moved here. I got terrified because
Yeah.
I was like, you got to be kidding. So if I'm having chest pain, I'm going to roll the dice and pray to God that I make it the 50 minutes in the car going 80 miles an hour, down 65. I couldn't believe it. And so the fact that you committed to doing that with your career, going to Mayo Clinic, learning all you can from the top surgeons, teachers, everything, and then bringing that back here so that we don't have to travel that far was, you had me at hello, like, really.
And it's not a hard sell for me either. It's not like I feel like I'm sacrificing to do that. Like, yeah, I'm doing what I want to do because I wanted to come back. I want to live here, and I moved back to the farm I grew up on, and I just love it. Just like everybody else that's here, because everybody that's here is choosing to live in a place like. I understand there's some trade-offs and there's conveniences that you're losing, but I mean, for me, it's definitely worth it to breathe the clean air and go to the events that we all enjoy and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's some things that we should know about our skin that we might not realize?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's the largest organ. Okay. When should we consider seeing you? When should we consider making an appointment?
Yeah.
When should we go see our GP?
Okay. So you can always go to your GP, but people have issues with access. But you can see us without a referral. I'd like to make a distinction. I'm a general surgeon. People, when I say general surgeon, they're like, oh, so just general surgeon. Okay. And they don't understand. Then I have to say, what is it that you actually do? So to go high level, most common things that I do are belly surgeries and then soft tissue surgeries all throughout the body. So commonly gallbladder, hernia, appendix, anything bowel related, endoscopy, upper and lower scopes, colon, from a cancer perspective, colon cancer, breast cancer, lots of skin cancer, and lumps and bumps sort of all over the body. I mean, we do other things too. And so if you need surgery and you understand sort of what the point of like Liberty Clinic and how we're partnering with the hospital and what we're trying to do here, then you can just ask your doctor if we do it. And you could even go to the website and see, look it up. And if worst case scenario, just call our number at 866-8999. And then we'll be able to tell you if it's something we can do or not. And if we don't, we just coordinate to get you to the right place. But what I want to make a distinction on is that we are not dermatologists. And so there's a medical doctor for every organ, and then there's a surgical doctor for every organ. And so, for example, a lung surgeon versus a pulmonologist. Okay. So what we don't do almost never is treat rashes, psoriasis, skin lesions, and not lesions, but skin rashes and problems that need a topical cream or a medicine. That's what a medical doctor does. They write a prescription and then you apply your treatment. We are essentially your surgical team for your skin, and there's almost no surgical problem of the skin that we couldn't handle. So draining an abscess, very common. Removing a skin cyst, very common, like benign skin cysts, moles that may or may not be cancerous or not. And then all types of skin cancer, that includes basal cell, squamous cell, up to melanoma. And then you talk about melanoma, that's the scary bad actor. And we can actually do here in Rensselaer sentinel lymph node biopsy, lymphadenectomy, lots of things. We can place your ports. Sometimes people need certain types of injections. We can coordinate with oncology for all those things. So that's the thing that separates us very much from a dermatologist, because they would not be able to, and there's this overlap, which is like a little less than a centimeter skin lesion that the dermatologist might remove, but it's a piece of cake for us to remove too. And if it's hard to get in otherwise, then we would be obviously happy to see you.
So can you get into, you had told us a story and I just was like knocked out about melanoma and about the perception here. So can you, I know that kind of makes you a little uncomfortable, but I think like it narrates.
Yeah.
And I think it's an innocent mistake on our part where we don't understand like what you were just talking about. Until I got breast cancer, when they told me, okay, it's cancer, stage 1, they're like, all right, you need a surgeon. And I was like, well, isn't that you? You're the oncologist. They're like, no, I don't step into this until after you've had the surgeon.
Right.
So I didn't know how to find a surgeon. You're the surgeon.
Correct.
But I don't think that anybody kind of teaches us that distinction. So I'm really glad you kind of introduced that.
Yeah.
And that your whole team of people who we've met over the course of interviewing you has been one polite, kind, instructional, like, and help into helping the deep dive, because we don't know. We're, I'm a broadcaster, so I don't know. You hear that information and you start to swirl, like your brain spins and you don't even know, what do I do next?
Yeah.
So it's so good to know that we can do these things here. So please share that story without specific detail, obviously.
Sure.
But
well, one way I like to say to the patients, because after years of talking to the patients, you kind of develop your way of communicating. I like to say, your primary care, insert your primary care doctor's name here, whoever sent them, Dr. So-and-so probably could get your gallbladder out by themselves if they had to. But, you know, they might have seen one in medical school and they've definitely never done one ever before, but they probably have enough understanding dissecting their cadaver in medical school. They probably could, but it would not be pretty and it might be fraught with complication and thing. But, you know, similar to that, I probably could treat your medical condition with whatever high blood pressure thing, diabetes plan that you have. And figure out maybe how that medicine interacts with this other medicine, which interacts with this other medicine. Oncology would be a good example. Like I'll tell a patient, you know, the oncologist, they probably could get your colon out, but you know, then they laugh, you know, because it's like, oh, obviously that guy who doesn't do ever colon surgery would not be the guy to have my colon cancer surgery with. Well, similarly, I never, ever prescribe chemotherapy, right? And I never, ever treat high blood pressure or diabetes. So like, and from medical school on right into residency, I'm just doing surgery all the time. And so then I'm the guy that does that. And it's hard for people like think about their primary care doctor and all doctors kind of being like that, but that's not who I am.
Well, I can tell you as a patient, when I got diagnosed, the first thing I said to my doctor, who didn't want to quote refer anybody, she's like, well, there's a phone number, 1-800, you know, call me and they'll tell you who to go to. I said, no, here we go. You've been my doctor for 18 years. Now I'm your sister. Who are you recommending your sister go see to take out the tumor? Yeah. And then she responded because I pretty much put her on.
That's a good way to advocate for yourself. Yeah.
I don't want just anybody who can do an accountant spreadsheet to be my accountant. I want the guy who's going to keep me out of prison. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the best of the best, I guess, in that circumstance, which is clearly what you and your entire staff are.
Well,
and
we're doing excellent care. What I don't want to do is put anybody else down. There's been all this other you know, since COVID, there's been a lot of distrust in the medical community in general, which, you know, Fauci is all, you know, getting blasted and everything by the Senate, and the whole thing's just crazy. But the funny part is that when I was a second year resident at Mayo Clinic, I just remember having this guy that flew in from Abu Dhabi on his private 747 and landed at Rochester International Airport. And he comes in to he's getting his little tiny umbilical hernia fixed by, ironically, me as a second year resident, flying over literally thousands of qualified and capable surgeons who still do that all the time on their way there. Now, it's not like there's unlimited supply of surgeons. But what I'm saying is most people are doing good quality standard work. I am also doing good quality standard work. The main difference that I'm doing is I'm trying to do it here. And so then I'm bringing that, you know, after time goes by, you start to, I think we are doing excellent work, you know, like you're not sacrificing anything. But I don't want to be saying, oh, geez, I'm the end all be all. But the story you're talking about, it is a good example of people not really understanding what that is. So I will tell it reluctantly. So I had a patient that came in with a melanoma in situ of her outer arm. And if in situ means that it hasn't invaded, it's not become invasive melanoma yet. And so it's the lowest grade, smallest, no big, it's still melanoma. You're still worried about it for the rest of your life, but basically no big deal melanoma. You take it out with a centimeter margin and you're done. And you don't need to do a sentinel lymph node biopsy. You don't need to do any kind of chemotherapy. You could talk to an oncologist if you want to, but you don't really have to. And so I'm seeing her in clinic. A primary care doctor referred it to me. And I said what the deal was. And my only question was really, honestly, could I just take it out right here in clinic versus do I want to go to the operating room? That's what I'm trying to decide, is scheduling and when and where. And then we get to the end of, I kind of explained things to her. And she said, well, my daughters, they really want me to go to the Melanoma Institute of Indianapolis. All right. Which I had never heard of before. And I don't think that's, it's definitely not.
No, it's a marketing thing.
Yeah. Right. And they're not going to do anything. They're going to do the exact same thing right, as what we do. And I don't do every single melanoma thing here. Like, I'm the gatekeeper who knows when it's appropriate and when what we're doing is, boom, the standard, and when it's not, and when we need to involve somebody else. So, or put you on a clinical trial or things like that. And the ironic part is the person that she's sitting there talking to, me, is the guy who at Mayo Clinic did rotation with Jim Jacob, international leader in melanoma. And we did hyperthermic isolated limb perfusion. Okay, so break that down. What it means is we cut down in the groin on the femoral artery and vein, isolated them, inserted a catheter into each one that would be the same catheter used for heart bypass, hook it up to the actual heart bypass machine, drain all the blood out of the leg, and then run hot chemotherapy through the leg for like 45 minutes or whatever the protocol is. Meanwhile, we're dealing with the primary lesion. We get done with that. We drain all that hot chemotherapy, which we're not allowing to circulate into the body, and we're running at much more toxic doses, and it's just in that one leg at that time. Take that out, repair the artery and vein, close it back up so that it works again, fill it back up with blood, and then do a lymphadenectomy, take all the lymph nodes out of the groin, and then move forward. And we're doing other things like experimental drugs, intralesional injection of Keytruda, and different things like that, that it's like if she knew the person that she's talking to, it's just so silly, the idea. But the thing is, that patient in front of me at that moment, I can't say that to her because it really sounds sort of sales pitchy, you know,
or egoistic,
and
like you're trying to like close her.
Yeah,
but she's not. Yeah.
And if you do that, and then something happens that could happen at the Melanoma Institute, it could happen to me, like a small thing like a wound infection, hematoma, or even she has the melanoma at some point down the road, then she may think to herself, oh, geez, if I would have done this other thing differently. And so it's
perception.
When that patient's sitting in front of you, you got to just say, okay, that sounds good. Do that. Just call us if you want. And we don't ever try to like twist anybody's arm to do anything, but it's almost like if people knew what's available, I feel like then they would understand and appreciate it more, and then probably seek us out too,
right.
Well, I think that's it's kind of the sad thing that your dream, you went to the Mayo Clinic to learn, and you wanted to bring that back here. It's also part of why you do your podcast about rural surgeons. That, you know, it's something that I'm sure other rural surgeons face too. It's assumptive that it's small town, and so it's small town doctor, small town thinking, small town, like that you couldn't be a Mayo Clinic expert if you're in a rural area. And I understand that, but that's, I think, what you're trying to bring here is the understanding that no, you don't have to go to Indianapolis, you don't have to go to Lafayette, you don't have to go to Chicago,
right, for quality of care
to get taken care of the right way. These are the things that you do day in, day out to help people.
Right. Matter of fact, I have my program director on from Mayo onto my podcast, and we talked about that quality question. And so she actually took it a step further, and I've mentally sort of gotten there, but I don't say it that much, that she thinks that the quality is actually better. And the reason that it's better is it's actually the same quality, but the follow-up and the coordination of care and the family involvement, like if my family member has to go to an appointment in Lafayette, may or may not be able to make it down there. They have to admit in Lafayette, I may or may not be able to be involved. But when you have family able to come into the hospital for a patient that needs to discharge, come into the appointments, hear from the doctor, especially elderly patients, then you actually get better care because of the after and surrounding care around the surgery. Yeah.
It's so important.
So the crux of this is that you are a surgeon. What that means is you cut. You don't topically ointment things and prescribe like pills per se. You're going to remove or cut out whatever needs to be removed or cut out, or you're going to do the procedure of the endoscopy or the colonoscopies, and then work with the other doctors, like the pulmonary doctors or oncologists, hopefully not, but you will, to make sure that we have the whole approach together.
Yeah.
And we don't have to leave town, so we don't have to drive an hour each way in order to get that quality of care. So
now, if we're unsure, let's say we give you guys a call, okay? 219-866-8999.
Mm-hmm.
They call, they talk with you or Taylor, your nurse practitioner, or
most people come in, they see Taylor first. That's how it usually goes, for sake of time, and she has a lot more availability, and she knows how to kick things around. Yeah.
But let's say they come to you, and what they need is a medical doctor.
Yeah.
You can then send them that way too, correct?
Yeah, we do.
Like
that
it's
all the time.
okay to start with you if they don't have a GP that's close by and they don't know what this thing is on them, or like in my case, I've got a little lump on my neck,
for a skin lesion, yes.
Okay.
Like if you just
not a cold,
are geez, I don't have a doctor. Then don't call us.
No.
Or I ran out of my high blood pressure. Can you refill it? No.
No, but like you mentioned,
you
you said
you're
there for surgery, or you said if we need surgery.
Yeah.
Most of us don't know if we do need surgery.
Right.
We don't know. So we might go to you by accident and find out what you need. You don't need surgery. What you need is something topical.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So if you have abdominal pain,
yeah,
or a lump or bump anywhere on your body that you are worried about, that we would be a great place to start for those things.
Yeah. Great.
Well, and I would say, moreover, too, you're going to talk to Taylor instead of an 18-year-old on the 1-800 line where they schedule something, and then when you get there, you found out you were supposed to have had test results sent beforehand, but how were you supposed to know that? Speaking to someone local and an actual person who is educated in what it is you're looking at is everything.
Most of our patients, though, 80% of our patients do come from their primary doctor.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing is, if your doctor is referring you to a surgeon and you know about us in our town, especially there's now a lot of people that are going out of town for their doctors. And so if there were only 10 doctors in town, or if there were still 10 or 12 primary doctors in town, like there used to be, then they would all know me. But not every doctor in Crown Point, Hobart, Lafayette, Monticello, not all of them know me. And like patients are now going out of town, so then they may have a doctor near them, or surgeon near them that they refer to. Well, you can always say, if you say need to have my gallbladder, I'd like to go to like the Liberty Clinic team in Rensselaer because they're in my town, and then my follow-up can all be close to home. And I want to kind of support my town too, and help keep my hospital open. And honestly, by choosing to do their surgery in town, that's what people are essentially doing.
Now, can I ask a quick question? Are you also in Monticello or that area? Aren't you with White County?
So basically, I wanted to come here and be in the hospital that I was born in, which is the Jasper County Hospital, and be the surgeon. Well, things are different in 2026 than they were in 1988. Okay. And just hanging up your shingle and being your own person is kind of like, with the way insurance has gone, government intervention in healthcare payer and stuff like that, it's like impossible. So now I have found a model that is working, which is that I'm not an employee of the hospital, but I'm contracted with them. And so I use their infrastructure, and that's working for us. And then after I sort of developed that, which was like 2-3 years ago, I then quickly got too much work that I could handle personally, and then I started building a team. And then after that, 2 other doctors from 2 other towns, would be Williamsport and Monticello, both independently reached out to me and said, hey, what you're doing in Rensselaer, could you come also do that here, because we have no surgeon? So then I said, yes, but it's got to be contracted with the hospital in the same way. So then I went to those 2 places, and the hospitals were very interested in doing it. And now we've kind of ramped up at Monticello, which is IU White Memorial Hospital, and Williamsport, which is Ascension St. Vincent's. And actually, it's really cool, because if I was employed by one of those hospitals, they wouldn't let me go work for what they view as a competitor. But because I have my own independent thing, which is Liberty Clinic, and my team, Dr. Kahn, Taylor, Scott, now we can do that. And then trust builds over time.
Sure.
So basically I had to over time explain my goal is not to hurt this hospital. It's to build this hospital up. We're going to keep things here that's appropriate. Some patients might have to go out, but it's only when you don't have the right equipment or, for some reason or other, we can't do it. And then we've slowly been able to grow at each location to add more days per week. And it's really been incredibly powerful as a model. And I think that it has the potential to even grow and change rural surgery across the nation, which is part of what I talk about in your podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can find out a lot more as well if you go to mylibertyclinic.com or look for Liberty Clinic on Facebook. And if you are dealing with any of the different things, like I said, click on services. You're going to find out the wide array of things that Dr. Lehman and his staff do. So check that out, mylibertyclinic.com. Dr. Lehman, thank you as always. We'll take a break and we'll be back in just a little bit.
McDonald's now has 2 big deals on 2 big meals ready whenever the hunger hits. On your morning commute, fuel up with a sausage McMuffin with egg meal complete with hash browns and a small hot coffee, just $5. For lunch or dinner, score a classic Big Mac meal with crispy, world-famous fries and a soft drink, all for just $8. Hearty, satisfying, and oh so delicious. Now whenever hunger strikes, strike back with 2 big deals on 2 big meals at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Promotional pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
Come out and enjoy Third Thursdays, happening the third Thursday of every month through October from 5 until 8 p.m. in downtown Rensselaer. Bring the family and enjoy local vendors, food, shopping, entertainment, food, and activities in Filson Park, and a chance to discover everything downtown Rensselaer has to offer. Whether you're catching up with friends, supporting local businesses, or just looking for a fun night out, Third Thursdays is the perfect way to experience the community spirit of Rensselaer. Mark your calendar for every third Thursday through October and join us in downtown Rensselaer. Follow the City of Rensselaer on Facebook for upcoming event details and activities.
You should try Fast Play from the Hoosier Lottery. It's easy to play and super fun. Unlike that time you tried paddleboarding.
Go! Fast Play does sound quick and easy. I'll take one.
Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Play responsibly.
Your annual checkup should be about more than numbers. It should be about how you're really doing physically, mentally, and emotionally. That's because your body and mind are deeply connected, and your healthcare should be too. Beginning September 1st, Valley Oaks Health is expanding to offer primary medical care, alongside the compassionate mental health services you've come to know and trust at our Rensselaer location, bringing whole person care closer to home for individuals and families throughout Jasper and Newton counties. Schedule your appointment today at valleyoaks.org or call 1-866-6-VALLEY. Valley Oaks Health, caring for our community, caring for you.
Glatzpa Pharmacy is your neighborhood pharmacist. At Glatzpa, Angie and her team go above and beyond and are there to answer all of your questions with knowledge and care to keep your family at their healthiest or to help your family get nursed back to health. Glatzpa Pharmacy is about more than just medication refills. They carry beautiful gift items and collectibles, including candles, balloons, toys, and greeting cards. Check out Glatzpa's wide variety of CBD and daily vitamin supplements. Need your annual flu or COVID vaccine to stay healthy this season? Call for your appointment today. Visit Glatzpa Pharmacy at 500 South Grand Street in Fowler or visit online at glatzpapharmacy.com. Glatzpa Pharmacy, their family caring for yours.
All right. It is time for us to wrap things up for another fine, fun day hanging out with you guys here in Touhyville. Thank you guys so much for hanging out this morning, being a part of the program. It was nice to chit chat with Dr. Lehman. We did that earlier this week. We chatted with him when I was feeling even worse. So thanks to him for certainly jumping in and hanging out with us for that. We appreciated him doing that. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning while I was a bit under the weather. So I certainly appreciate it. So, all right. But just because Cheryl's not here doesn't mean that we don't end on a high note. I figure a lot of folks, a lot of kids are going back to school, either already have or are going soon. So I thought I would do an ending on a high note having to do with school. This is a famous line from Henry Adams, and from his 1907 autobiography, The Education of Henry Adams. And the quote is, "A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops." Now, obviously, it was 1907, so he is, a teacher affects eternity. They can never tell where their influence stops. Changing the quote a little bit, but that is absolutely true. Many teachers have no idea how much they have affected our lives going forward. So thank you to all you teachers that are back at it this week and that are at it all the time. One of which is my sister. Now, she teaches up in Chicago, so she's not back yet, but she certainly puts a lot into it. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed listening to the show today as much as I enjoyed doing it. Have yourself a fantastic Thursday. We're going to do it all again tomorrow, hopefully with Cheryl back in her seat here in Touhyville. Take care.
This is the Q. 97.7 FM WLQI Rensselaer.